Hi, welcome to Cloud9 Yoga. I'm Claudia and it's great to have you with me today. We're going to do an active shoulder practice today. I have active hip mobility practice already on my YouTube channel. It's one of my most popular classes. So I thought I'll follow this up with the active shoulder mobility. So we're going to need no props, and I just wanted to make a little disclaimer right here. Please do not be, as my teacher says it, a knucklehead. Just go within the range. I don't need you to pull too much or push too much. Just enjoy exploring the range of motion of your shoulder as we go through this. A lot of the practice will be active, meaning we will not be holding, and if we are holding, then we'll be enhancing a pull, so it'll be more of a eccentric strength building. We're going to start seated on the heels, and I'm going to turn around towards the front edge of the mat so you can see better when I explain some of the stuff. We're seating on the heels. If you do want blocks underneath your hips, by all means, please put one or two under. The name of the game is to seek comfort. So when you come here, allow yourself just taking a few moments of conscious stock taking. So energize the heels towards one another. They don't need to touch, but just energize them towards one another. Then place your sit bones right on top of your heels. And as you do this, notice what are your pre-programmed, pre-walked paths. So I know, for instance, I always tend to just poke my tailbone back. So I'm going to lengthen the tailbone and then hug in through the front of the ribs. Some people, however, round the back. So if that's you, just lengthen the tailbone towards the ground, lengthen from the lumbar spine up, relax your shoulders. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes and just allow yourself to home in on the sensations of the body. Taking a few moments to recognize if there is any tension in the physical body at all, and perhaps doing your best to relax it. And then as you recognize the tensions and allow yourself to perhaps work towards letting it go, bring the awareness to your breath, taking a deep inhale in through the nose. Open your mouth and exhale it all out. Not forcefully, just really, really full exhale. I want you to feel the obliques hugging in first before your core comes in. Then smooth inhale through the nose. And let's try this one more time. Really, really full, just full, long exhale, ridding of all the stagnant air. Try not to tense up the body as you do this, and then inhale through the nose. Nice and soft. No panic. And lastly, just bring your awareness to your emotional landscape. Where is your mind? How fast or slow does it move? Is it stuck? Or perhaps is it really busy? Maybe it's really calm. Without judgment, just with a level of curiosity, recognizing what's going on right now. We're going to start straight away, so open your eyes if you have them closed. And bring both of your arms in front of you. Imagine you're reaching forward, really reaching. And as you reach, you will notice that it feels as if you're rounding the upper back. So lengthen the neck, make fists. I'm going to start with the left arm so you can see better. So let's sweep the left arm behind us. Do not rotate the fist. Keep the elbows straight. And as you sweep it all the way back, notice how far can you go before your head comes forward or your back rounds. So keep everything as it was and find that end range motion of that left shoulder. With the right shoulder, reach forward. Then nice and soft. Knuckles turn so the palm faces up. Then bend that elbow and rest the forearm on your back. So it might be the lower back, mid back, or even the upper back. With that left forearm, gently press into the back wherever it's touching. One more time, take stock of your upper body. Pressing it, the ribs press back, reach the right arm up. As you reach the right arm up, lengthen the knuckles away from the shoulder. Relax your neck. Keep pressing the left forearm. Don't let that elbow go all the way back. And then softly relax. Release the left arm far behind you and bring that left arm forward. Now from here, I want you to reach further forward. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears. Try not to move your neck. Then squeeze the shoulders behind you. Keep the elbows nice and straight. Palms are equal distance apart. Lower the shoulders down as if you're squeezing a shoulder blade, a pencil between your shoulder blades, and reach forward. Let's do the circle one more time. Up, elbows straight, pull back, squeeze down. Come forward. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So the right arm sweeps back. The knuckles, the thumb is down basically. And then as you do this, find the end range motion. Try not to turn towards the right. Keep nice and upright. Try not to pull the head forward and round the back. Finding the range motion, you should feel your triceps ever so slightly pulling up. Nice. Then bend that elbow, taking the knuckles back. Thumb is now kind of facing towards your shoulder blades, I think. Wherever it lands, stay there. It might land on the lower back, mid back, or maybe even upper back. Nice. Then press that right forearm into the back body. With the back body, press into that right forearm. Hugging the core, inhale, reach the left arm up. Reach from the left knuckles up. Again, try not to let the head go forward. Limit any compensations. Take one more deep breath in here. And then softly relax the left arm. Unravel the right arm. Same steps as we came in, bring it forward. Relax the palms down for a moment. We're going to do this one more time. This time we're going to go for an active Grimacasana arms. So we're going to bend the upper arm as well. So let's bring the arms forward. Make fists. Take the left palm behind you. Thumb faces down. Reach as far as you can without turning to the left. No compensations. Hugging the core. Flip the thumb in and up, and then bend that arm. Bring it wherever it lands. Reach the right arm up. Press the left forearm into your back as you bend the right arm. Do not let go of your wrists, but with the knuckles, with the fist, just bring the fist closer together. Hugging the core, bring the head back, and then softly unravel. Bring both arms in front of you. Same thing other side. Right arm back. Don't twist. Keep nice and upright. Reach further back. Then turn a palm, bend the elbow, bring the left arm up. Press that right forearm into the back. Reach through the left arm. Bend the left arm. Do not interlace your hands, even if you can. Just the fists come towards together. Head back. Lower ribs in, lengthen through the spine. Everything's working. Pressing both fists into the back. Softly unravel, left arm up, right arm back. Bring them in front of you. Come into all fours. Nice. If you need to tap the tops of the feet a few times, do that. If it feels good. Other than that, just bring your knees directly underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. That would make more sense. All right, and from here, coming into a nice neutral spine, we're going to take a couple of cat-cows. We're going to take it slowly. So inhale, drop the belly, look forward, pull the shoulders back and away from the ears. Stay here for exhale. Just really settling in, pushing the floor with your hands, soft of the elbows, shines forward. Nice and soft. On your inhale, round the back, come into an angry Halloween cat. Crown of the head is heavy. Stay here for an exhale. Push the floor. Press the fingertips into the mat. Fantastic. Let's do this with a breath. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Stay here for inhale. Inhale in your cat. Exhale into your cow. Come back into a neutral spine. Lower into your forearms. Interlace your hands in here, and with your forearms and the outside of the wrist, press the floor away. Then tuck your toes under and come into a version of dolphin. Walk the chest as far towards the thighs as possible. Keep pressing the outer wrists into the ground. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, walk the feet slightly further back. Come into a forearm plank. Shoulders directly over the elbows. Back of the head pushes slightly up. And then lower down into Sphinx. Coming in for your Sphinx, and relax your fingers, unravel your fingers. Press the hands down, press the elbows down, roll the shoulders back and away. Engage your legs as you pull the elbows back and apart. Nice and soft, relax. Let's go for my favorite Drunken Cobra. So take your hands off of the mat, elbows nice and high. Inhale, reach up. Rolling the belly off of the mat. Let's drop the left shoulder, tap it on the mat. Look under the right. Come back up. Drop the right. Look under the left. Come back up. One more time each side. Really slow. Feel the stretch through the shoulders. Come back up. And one last one. And come back up. Lovely, nice and soft, relax. So for the first one, I want you to bring your right hand to a cactus. Take that palm a little higher, about an inch higher. Bring the left hand underneath your left shoulder. Bend your left knee. From here, just roll onto that right shoulder. Bring the head down. Press the right hand into the mat. Take a deep breath into that front of the shoulder. Really pressing the right forearm, right palm down. And then gently come back to the belly. Swap your hands, the right hand under the right shoulder. Left arm out into a cactus. Take that left elbow slightly higher, slightly further. And then roll onto that left elbow. Nice and soft. If that right leg doesn't touch the ground, just keep it nice and straight. That might just be easier. But focus on pressing the left forearm and left palm into the floor to enhance the stretch here. Activity. Softly come back. Push yourself to all fours. And take yourself in towards puppy pose. So let's take the hands nice and far forward. And then bring them as wide as the mat for the first one. Sink the torso down. If you need to walk the knees a little bit further back, do so. Stacking the hips directly over the knees. I want you to press the fingers, press the palms down, and then shine the soft of the elbows slightly higher as you sink the torso down. The head doesn't have to touch the mat. In fact, I'm going to keep mine off just so I can press more into the palms, achieve more of a active range motion. Hugging through the lower ribs. Keep that pressure for about 8, 7, 6, 5. Really pressing the palms down. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Bring your hands closer towards downward facing dog position. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. I'm going to take a couple of movements through flow just so the whole body can move. So in your downward facing dog, focus on pressing the fingertips down, soft of the elbows up, armpits say hello to one another, torso sinks down towards the back of the knees, towards the thighs. I don't need the back of the knees to be straight. I want the legs to feel really long, the spine to feel really long. Heels are heavy, they can touch, but they don't have to. Nice. Right leg will lift up as you inhale. Take a big opening, big stretch as you exhale. Bring the right knee to right elbow. Hold it there. Push the floor on your inhale. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. For the first one, keep that back knee lifted. As you inhale, sweep that right arm forward and up. Nice. As ever, press the feet into the mat, reach through that right hand. Exhale, bend the right elbow, bring the hand behind your head, with the head press into the hand, with the hand press into the head. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, unravel, bring the right hand to the floor, step it back, downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank, lower down for cobra. Inhale, cobra, press the palms down, pull the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. One more time, starting your body scan through the fingertips and the arms. Lift the left leg up. Nice big opening, left knee to left elbow, exhale. Stay here for inhale, push the float away, hug that left heel to the glute. Exhale, step it between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, right hand down, left hand sweeps forward and up. Take a moment in here, pressing the feet into the mat, reaching through the left fingertips, bend the left arm, bring the left hand behind the head. Take that elbow higher, press the hand into the head into the hand, and softly unravel, step it back. Plank pose, lower down for cobra. Inhale in your cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. Nice and easy, lower the back heel for warrior two, windmill the arms, warrior two. As you stay here, flip your palms up, make your knuckles, make your fist, and then flip your palms back, thumbs down. Take your hands behind you and press the forearms into the lower back, as if you're holding your elbows, but don't hold your elbows. Sit nice and low in that hip, right hip, pressing down, look forward, shoulders squeeze together, softly unravel. We're going to do one more thing in here. I want you to bring both arms up, interlace your fingers, pull the palms up, look up. And now from here, unravel the hands, bring the hands behind you, interlace. Knuckles are interlaced, palms are pulling back. And from here, I want you to create the action as if you're trying to break free. Don't break free. Take one more deep breath, press through that left knife edge of the foot. And then let go without pinging. Take that right foot in. Take a deep breath in, arms to a T. Exhale, relax down. Coming in for a Prasarita Padottanasana just for a moment. Nice and easy. Turn the left toes out, come halfway in. And do a warrior two on the left side. Lovely. Palms up, make knuckles. Just opening the shoulders, squeezing them behind you. Then rotate the palms, thumbs go down, and bring the forearms behind you. As if you're trying to hold on to the elbows, but don't hold on to the elbows. If, like me, you tend to poke that belly down, bring the tailbone down towards the ground. Press the lower back down into the forearms. Sink nice and low. Press the back of the right foot down. Unravel, bring the hands up, interlace, maybe opposite thumb on top, look up. Take a deep breath in, big stretch. Unravel, bring the hands behind you, opposite thumb on top. Pull the hands back and up, and then create the action of breaking free. Take a moment in here, notice where is your warrior two. Bring it to the position without pinging, unravel. Take the left toes in, pigeon toe your feet slightly, take your hands to a T, exhale, hinging from the hips, come down. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale, walk your hands towards the right foot, step the right foot back, one-legged dog. Come into one-legged plank, and exhale, lower down. One-legged chaturanga. Open up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And I have a little spider visitor on my mat. You must know by now, I don't like those little creatures, but I'm going to try and be a brave girl here. Alright, let's try similar movements on the left side. Left leg lifts. Step the left foot in between the hands. This time let's go for warrior one, but allow me to take a wide base. So take that left foot slightly further to the left, lower the right heel down, 45-degree angle of the back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Reach through the hands. Then bring the left hand down, right hand down. Eagle arms. Now you can stay here. If this is too much, I want you to take that left arm across, right hand into that left forearm. With the left forearm, you're going to pretend you're trying to break free. Oh, I've picked a quiet spot, haven't I? And with the right hand, you're just going to hold on to it. If you're an eagle, I want you to create the action of breaking free with the arms. Take a moment in here, lift the elbows up, further away from the face. And then softly come in for a humble warrior with eagle arms. Make those elbows really heavy. One more deep breath in here. And then softly on the exhale, engage the core and rise up. Take a deep breath in, unravel your arms. Take a big T shape. And then take a cactus. Palms face forward. As you exhale, bring the elbows together, pinkies together. Palms face you like a mirror. Lift your elbows higher. Press the forearms into one another. And then open up warrior one. Reach the arms up. It should feel really good. Exhale, hands down. Walk yourself in towards the wide edge of the mat. Pigeon toe your feet. Come into a forward fold. And then softly come into halfway lift. Lift your arms up, interlace your hands behind you, pull the knuckles away, squeeze the shoulders and come into Prasarita C. Take those pinkies over the head. Take your tailbone up towards the sky, your pubic bone back and up. With the hands, create the actions of breaking free. If your head touches the ground, just narrow your stance for now. Nice and easy, lift from the armpits up and then relax your hands. Walk your hands towards the right foot. Let's take a warrior one on this side. So change your stance, bring that right foot further to the right, left foot to the ground, 45-degree angle of the right left foot, reach up, inhale. Nice, right hand forward, left arm on top. If it's too much, bring it across. Eagle arms, elbows up, elbows away. Forearms press to one another. Sink nice and low in your hips. Press through that knife edge of the back foot, still working. Breaking free through the hands, really feel that opening through the shoulders, through the upper back. And then humble warrior. Nice, those elbows are heavy, but keep the pinkies away from the ground. Breathe into the back body. Softly come back up. Exhale. Core supporting. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace, open up. Create the action of breaking free. If you can't interlace, I should have said that earlier, right? Just grab hold of a sock or something and then just pull that sock apart. Or a belt if you have a yoga belt. Nice. Relax without pinging. Take those right toes in, left toes in, and then softly hinging from the hips. Come halfway. We're going to let those arms relax a little bit, so bring the hands back down. And let yourself enjoy the juiciness of this letting go. Then, take your hands behind you or towards the space that you're looking at. And walk them as far as you can. I would place mine down, but there is a bird pose, so I'm keeping mine slightly lifted. You will have your palms flat down. You will pull with the fingertips towards the space that you're looking at. You can soften the knees if it's too much for the back of the legs. Breathe into the back body. As you exhale, come back. Walk your hands towards the left side. One-legged dog, inhale. One-legged plank, exhale. Stay here for inhale. Lower down, one-legged chaturanga. Open up, upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Pressing the fingers into the mat. Lovely. From here, I want you to lower one elbow at a time, or if you can, lower both elbows at the same time. Press the forearms into the mat. Walk your feet slightly closer. Then sink your chest in towards the thighs. Press the forearms down. If your elbows are spilling open, see if you can do your best to bring them train track distance apart. So wrists and elbows equal distance. Walk your feet further back. Forearm plank. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, relax on the mat. Lovely, bring your hands behind you. You guessed it, interlace. Inhale, reach up, locust. Lift your straight legs, lift your torso. Stay here for a couple of breaths, creating the action of wanting to break free with the hands. I'm getting a bit hot here, so they are actually now breaking free. And then softly let go. Wonderful. We're going to take a couple of rotations through the rhomboids and some of the shoulder strengthening muscles on our back. But for that, what I want you to do is bring your hands nice and long in front of you. You're going to keep your forehead down and you're going to keep your pelvis down. So if you need to peek on that first rotation, feel free to peek. And then just do it with me from then on. Keeping legs engaged, but down on the ground. Lift your straight arms off the mat if you can. Then with the palms facing down, come to a T. Then as you come to a T, flip your palms up towards the sky. Without coming to contact with your glutes, bring the right palm underneath the left. Press the palms on top of one another, lift the elbows slightly higher. As you inhale, bring the hands to like an upside down V shape. Then flip your palms down and sweep them to a T and forward. Don't let them rest. Let's do this one more time. This time the left palm underneath. T shape. Flip your palms. Take a big circle. Left under the right. Don't let them touch the glutes. Elbows lift. Everything squeezes slightly higher. Upside down V. Flip your palms down. Take a big circle forward. Don't let the arms touch the ground yet. Let's do this one more time on each side. T shape. Flip your palms up. Right under the left. Lift your elbows, lift your palms. In fact, the right palm presses the left leg is heavy. Upside down V. Flip your palms down. Big circle forward. Don't let them touch the ground. One last time. T shape. Flip your palms. Left under the right. Don't let them touch the glutes. Elbows light. Palms light. Upside down V. Flip your palms. Take a big circle. Oh, my arms are burning. Reach forward. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders and relax. Oh, let's bring one cheek to the mat. Bend your knees and just windshield wipe your legs, because that should feel good. Wonderful. Fantastic. From here, relax your feet down. Bring your forehead down. Hands underneath the shoulders. On the inhale, either all fours or lifting the kneecaps first, then the pelvis, then the belly, push into plank. Downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in here. Full breath out. Carve along with your nose. Step, walk or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale, take airplane arms today. Exhale, lower it down. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Bring the pinkies closer to one another. Exhale, relax. This time, inhale all the way up. Uddhva-hastasana. Reach your palms through the sky. Engage your quads and glutes. Exhale, hands to prayer. Lovely. We're going to take an eagle in a moment. We're going to take an eagle with a rotator cuff stretch. So if it's too much for you to worry about the arms and the legs and balance, I'll give you some variations. Lovely. Lift your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Bend your knees down, Utkatasana. Take a deep breath in here, and then shift your weight to the right foot first. Wrap the left leg around. So you can stay here, or you can keep that left foot just outside on a mat. Or you can just come back to a little baby chair if it's too much burn. Bring the left arm first, right arm second, eagle arms. If you can't do eagle arms, just bring your palms together like a mirror and then open up like so. If you are in eagle arms with me, elbows up and away, then with the left palm, press into that right palm and turn it slightly to the right. Then bring your left ear towards the left shoulder. Again, don't be a knucklehead here. If it hurts, back it off. And if you can't do this, just stay here. One more deep breath in, pressing the forearms to one another, but you knew that, didn't you? Unravel the head, the arms, unravel the legs. Urdhva Hastasana. Utkatasana. Shift the weight to the left, wrap the right leg around. Then nice and soft. Right arm first, left arm second. Eagle, or your variation. Press the right hand into the left, tilt the palm slightly to the left. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Don't be a knucklehead. Press the forearms to one another. One more deep breath. And then softly unravel the head, unravel the arms. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. Let the arms be heavy. In fact, grab hold of the opposite elbows, head heavy. Dangle in here for a moment. Just a moment of rest. Wonderful. Come into a halfway lift with cactus arms this time. Exhale, hands down to the floor, slide the left foot back for warrior two. Windmill the arms. Take a deep breath in here, warrior two. Then nice and easy, right arm up, left arm down. Come in for Grimacasana arms. If you can't interlace, grab hold of your t-shirt or a belt. So this time do interlace, and with the knuckles create the action of breaking free with the fingers. Lift the heart slightly higher. Tailbone nice and long. And then as you exhale, unravel. Beautiful. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm up towards the sky. Create the length in that left arm, pressing the forearm into that right thigh. Take the left hand behind you to that right thigh, just outside the right thigh, opening that left shoulder. Option to stay here or lower down with the right fingers to the ground. Option to stay here or bind behind that right thigh. Now here, see if you can press the right arm into the right thigh and vice versa. Take the head slightly further back. One more breath. Unravel. Press the hands down, lift the back heel off of the mat. Just because we can, take the left hand slightly further forward, left heel to the floor, and come into a side plank. Right foot can be on the mat, or it can be behind you, can be lifted, wherever you feel comfortable. Take the head slightly back, squeeze the glutes forward, take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, down dog. Lovely. Shift forward to plank. Exhale into chaturanga. Inhale into plank. Exhale into down dog. Inhale, lower your knees, look forward. As you pull forward on your next inhale, land in your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking a couple of breaths in here. Focusing on the fingertips, that space between the index finger and the thumb. Pressing down. Fingertips down. Carve a line with your nose on your inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step, walk or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, cactus arms. Exhale, hands down, step the right foot back, warrior two. Inhale into your warrior two. Left arm up, right arm up, down, Grimacasana arms. Interlace if you can, or grab a support. Pull the elbows to the opposite directions. Press the forearms into the back, lengthen the lower back. Lift the heart slightly higher. Fantastic. Unravel. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh, right arm up. Create a length in that right arm. Press through that left forearm to the thigh. Option to stay here or to bring that left hand down. Then swivel the right hand, bring it to that left outer thigh. It's outer thigh, not the hip or the glute, because we want to hold underneath that leg. If you can, grab hold of your bind. With that arm, press into the thigh. With the thigh, press into the arm. Take the head back, open the shoulders, press through the knife edge of the back foot. Beautiful. Unravel. Step it back. One-legged dog. Release the leg. Come down to plank. Chaturanga. Stay here. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Now you can have options. Lower the knees, pull into cobra, or from here, carve a line with your nose and slide yourself into upward facing dog. Nose nearly kisses the mat. Pull up and back, downward facing dog. Fantastic. Nice and easy. Shift forward to plank. Lower the elbows down, full forearm plank. Whichever elbow you start with, I don't mind, not today. Press the forearms, press the outer wrists. Forearm plank. Oh, come back to plank. Oh man. Bring that right arm slightly further forward, right heel to the back. Forearm side plank. Oh man, of course you can bring that left foot forward. I'm glad I remembered. Take a moment in here, back of the head back, glutes squeeze, and then come back. Oh, nice. Now for this one, let's take a child's pose. There's too much excitement for me to take. Taking the child's pose, why don't you bring your hands behind you so the shoulders can relax a little bit more. Let the hands be heavy. And observe your breath, your mind, and your body. It's so much easier to observe the body when we move it. As it changes, we pay attention to it. And once we settle down, sometimes the mind just goes back to to-do lists, shopping lists, things that have happened, things that might happen. So keep it still present, keep it still in the game. Lovely. Now from here, bring yourself into kneeling and slide yourself off of the heels. Nice. Come into the center of the mat. We're going to lay down for bridge. As you come in for bridge, I want you today to bring your feet a little bit wider than the hip distance apart. Toes parallel to the heels. And then I want you to turn the pelvis ever so slightly, so it's like a pelvic tilt here. The back of the tailbone goes towards the back of the knees, or the bottom of the tailbone goes to the back of the knees. So keep that in, lower ribs hug in. On your inhale, lift the hips up. Now, just like we did earlier, I want you to tuck the shoulders under and interlace the hands underneath you. Pinkies touch the mat, and I want you to create the action of breaking free. Neck is nice and long, hips lift higher, glutes squeeze. One more deep breath in here, and then softly as you exhale, unravel Unravel the shoulders and then roll one vertebrae at a time. Coming down. Tailbone is last to touch. Lovely. This time I want you to listen carefully. I really want you to scrunch up your mat on this variation. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab hold of the outer edges of your mat. And then from here, I want you to tuck the mat underneath you so the top of the palms is touching the ground. Nice. Tailbone lifts towards the back of the knees, lower ribs hug in. Then lift your hips up for a bridge pose. Tuck the shoulders under, palms face down, press the palms into the mat with the hands, create the action of pulling the mat apart. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Keep everything really energized. The feet are touching the ground, all 4 corners of the feet. And then gently unravel the shoulders, unravel the palms, 1 vertebrae at a time. Lower down. Now if wheel is in your practice, we're going to practice a little wheel. If wheel is not in your practice, why don't you give it a go today? See how far you get. And if not, just stick to the bridges that we've just done as we go through this. Our feet are still slightly wider than hip distance apart. And if you feel like you want to even more, take it wider. That will allow your quads to have a little bit more space to get engaged and pull up. We want the hamstrings to push, the quads to pull, and imagine you're like a forklift driver and it's just taking it from the bottom up. Bring your hands by the side of your ears and take the fingers to the outside. That will help your elbows to come closer to one another. Now from here, tilt that tailbone towards the back of the knees, hug in the ribs. We want the core to be strong but supple, long, that's one. Alright, from here, pressing the feet, lift the hips up first. Now if this is you and you're like, no, it's not going to happen, don't get yourself freaked out, don't be a knucklehead. Then pressing the hands, bring the crown of the head down. You can stay with the hands as they are, or you can rotate now and come into a wheel pose. Taking a deep breath in here, feel the belly stretching. And as you exhale fully, slowly lower down. Back of the head down, shoulders down, lower 1 vertebrae at a time down. Beautiful. Left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Open the legs nice and wide, feet together, knees apart. If this is irritating your lower back, in that case do the other way around. Feet wide, knees together. Wherever you are today, whatever suits you today, let that energy calm down a little bit. Lovely. Now from here, I want you to bring the right knee on top of the left, bump the hips slightly further back, and roll yourself into seated. Lovely. I want you to bring the left leg nice and long, right foot to the floor. You can stay here, or you can cross the right foot over the left leg. You can stay here, or of course you can bring the left heel to the outside of the right glute. Pick the variation that suits you today, and then lift through the left arm. As you lift through the left arm, if you've watched my class on twists, you know that we need to lengthen through the lumbar spine first, then hug in through the lower ribs. We're having that control through the core. Then the left arm wraps around the right knee and pulls it slightly closer. Then the right hand goes behind you. One more time, going through your checklist. Lengthen through the lumbar, hug in through the ribs, twist. As you twist, take that right hand further away. Nice. Option to stay here. If you're a comfortable binder, I don't think I will be today because I'm so sweaty. You could, no, it's not going to happen. You could bind in here. I'm all sticky. And as you bind, lengthen through, just about. And then twist deeper. Allowing yourself to relax the shoulders away from the ears and don't let the head get involved, just like we did at the beginning. The left leg is engaged. And then softly unravel. Nice. From here, I want you to bring your hands behind you and lean slightly back. Then if you haven't already, take that left heel outside the right glute and then come into Grimacasana legs. Bringing the hands to the soles of the feet. Take a deep breath, lengthen through the spine. And then nice and easy, bring your hands in front of you. Exactly what we did at the very beginning without binding. Take the right hand behind you, create a fist. Take the left hand up and on top. Then bend your elbows. Bring yourself into Gomukasana arms with fists. Press the forearms into the back, press the back into the forearms, hugging through the lower ribs. Lengthen through the spine. Press the knife edges of your feet down. Deep breath in, full breath out. Unravel. Bring your hands behind you, lean back, and then cross the legs the other way around. Right leg is nice and long, left leg is bent. You can obviously have it on the inside, then you won't be binding though. Or the outside. You can bring that left heel to the outside of the, right heel to the outside of the left glute. Whatever you're doing, lengthen through the right arm. Reach up. Lengthen through the lumbar spine, hugging through the lower ribs, and then nice and easy, hug it in. We're hugging in first, then we're taking the belly out. We're coming into a twist. Lengthening through the spine, hugging through the lower ribs, twisting. Taking a few breaths in here, you can take that left hand further back. Or if you are a comfortable binder, bring it behind. Each side is different, so work with what you have. Back of the head back. Nice. Softly unravel. Bringing the hands behind you, haven't yet. Bring that right heel outside the left glute. Come into Gomukasana legs. I like to take a moment here, pressing the feet down, lengthening through the spine. If you want to put a block or two underneath your hips. Bring your hands in front of you. Create fists. Take the left fist back, right arm up. Gomukasana arms without holding. Fists come towards one another, elbows go the opposite direction, and the trunk of your being, your spine, is nice and neutral. Beautiful. Unravel the arms. Bring them behind you. Lean slightly back. Bring your legs nice and long in front of you. Lovely. Now from here, bring your hands forward in front of you. Lengthen through the spine and then hinging from the hips. Come in for your forward fold. Wherever those arms land, let them land there. Hug in through the core, lengthen through the spine. Bow deeper. Allowing yourself to feel the stretches either through the back of the legs or the back of the spine. Let's take 4 more breaths here. Maybe even dynamically inhaling, lifting, exhaling, bowing. Beautiful. Full exhale. Come back up. And then from here, bring the right hand outside the left thigh, left hand behind you. Lengthen through the spine and twist. If you prefer to twist in your supine twists, like perhaps usually classically done, feel free to lay down and twist on your back. For me today, I just fancy staying upright. Also, it started drizzling here, so I might need to make a smooth exit. Relaxing shoulders. 1 more deep breath. Full exhale. And then softly unravel. Take a moment in here. Legs are nice and long. Take the left hand outside the right thigh. Right hand behind you. Take a moment here to get into the fullest version of your twist. There's no rush. For a couple of breaths. Do it mindfully, paying attention to your legs, paying attention to your spine, to your ribs and core, to your shoulders and back of the head. Here on the mat, use these moments to become really aware of your surroundings, really aware of your internal and external landscapes. Using this few moments, whether it's half an hour to an hour, whatever practice length it is, using it as the time to get better at being aware. Come back. If you want to lay down for a Shavasana, lay down for your Shavasana. If you want to stay upright with me, stay here with me, adopting a comfortable seat. Tuning into the spaces between the earth and your body, the heels, the outer edges of your feet, the legs, the sit bones. If you are on your mat, then perhaps your back and the back of the head, your shoulders. Taking a few precious moments to quiet down the work that you've done, to let the energy sink in. Sometimes we come to our mats for the physicality of the practice. We need to connect to the body, recognize its needs. And sometimes we come to the mat to quiet down the mind, maybe to awaken the mind. For me, most of the time I come to the mat to bring the mind and body on the same page, to unite them, to join them in some sort of harmony. I come to the mat so I can energize the body, but I come to the mat so I can pacify the mind. Rarely do I show up for the opposite reasons. For you might be something else. Just allow yourself to recognize the reasons you showed up today for. And if you are in a hurry, feel free to leave. But if you have a few more moments, stay here. Sharing this space with myself and perhaps a few others. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. I bring my hands to my prayer. Whether you're bowing to me or you're still relaxing, thank you for practicing with me. If you enjoyed the class, share it. If you didn't, share it too. You never know, they might. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.